So backpacks just got a major update in Call of the Wild. They're supposed to be quieter now, so today we're gonna put that to the test. We're gonna find out exactly how much they've changed and if it's finally safe to hunt with them again, or if they'll still send your animals running for the hills. Now let me know in the comments whether you're currently hunting with a backpack, and let's dive right in. Okay, so we are here in the storage locker, and currently I am not wearing a backpack. So I have a carrying capacity of 20, which is what you will have with the base game. If you get the pack mule skill, that will give you an extra 3 kilograms worth of space, which will put you up to 23. Or if you put a backpack on, you can get quite a lot more carrying capacity. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a variety of different tests with and without a backpack on. So I thought what we would do is first we'll do just some running and see as we run around how close we are to animals when they spook. We're also going to do some bow hunting, see if we can get in really close to animals or if backpacks are going to give us limitations. And the third thing we're going to do is do some grinding with a backpack on and see how that goes. So right now I have 19.34 kilograms. I don't need a backpack. Let's head out and find some animals and do some tests. Okay, so I am running in the game. I am currently about 200 meters away from these whitetail. Now you can always run at about 200 meters, even as close as 180 meters from animals, and they won't even know that you're there. So we have a bunch of whitetail there. I'm gonna mark exactly where they are. And when I run, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, I currently have 1 red bar. So that is how much noise I am making when I'm running without a backpack. Okay, so now, we have a nice level 3 in there. That guy's been on my map for a long time. We are going to need to get back to the whitetail grind. Okay, so this whitetail, this level 3, is 170 meters away. So what I'm going to do is I am going to run full speed at these whitetail and see at what distance away from me that they stop being calm and when they actually spook. Now I don't have a backpack on. I'm still making 1 bar. Sometimes I make 2. It depends on the ground. Okay, hold on. He's alert. And he's fleeing at about 100 meters. Now the rest of them aren't, and now they are. And geez, I got pretty darn close. About 70 meters for the rest of them. I would think that a max level animal will spook before the rest of them because they have the highest level of artificial intelligence. So that is what happened without a backpack. Let's go try it with a backpack. Okay, so if you don't own a backpack, just go into the store, go down to consumables, and go to backpacks. There are several different backpacks that you can purchase. The first of which is the EXO Adventurer 32 Light Day Pack. It is 10,000 in-game dollars, and it is going to give you 6 extra kilograms of carrying capacity with an increased noise of 6 and an increased visibility of 4. But then we have the Summit Explore 6000 pack. This one is 20,000 in-game dollars, but it gives you an additional carrying capacity of 9 kilograms and an increased noise of 9 and an increased visibility of 7. If I'm gonna wear a backpack, I'm going all in. I am gonna be wearing the Summit Explorer 6000. So purchase that, and then to put it on, go to character. And once you've purchased it, if you go to backpack size, just scroll over and any backpacks that you own will then be in there. Now I only own the 1, so I'm gonna put on my large backpack and then press accept, press OK, and I am now wearing a backpack. So when I go into the storage locker, look at that. I now have 29 kilograms worth of carrying capacity. That means I can carry tents and tripods and a full loadout everywhere I go. I can literally carry whatever I want with this backpack on. So let's put it to the test. Okay, so our whitetail are back in the zone, and I am now running at about 200 to 210 meters away from the whitetail, and they still don't know that I'm here, so that's good. Now when I'm running, I actually now have 2 red bars, as opposed to when I'm not wearing a backpack, I only have 1. So it is showing that I am making more noise, but I'm still able to run around at 200 meters from animals, and they still don't know that I'm here, so that is a good thing. So we're going to stop here. We're going to keep our eyes on this level 3. That is the main whitetail that we are paying attention to. And I have a waypoint right on him. Absolutely perfect. We are 186 meters. Here we go. Okay. We're 160. We're 150. It's attentive. Now it's an alert at 140. Now it's fleeing at about 120. So I think it fled before at about 100. That's not a big difference. It spooked at 120. So it did spook a little bit sooner, but really not a lot. Let's do some bow hunting. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna grab a bow. I'm gonna take the backpack off. I'm going to run down this way, and I'm gonna come in from this way because of the wind, and we're gonna try and bow hunt that level 3 whitetail. Now, I can't do it twice. So one of the times we'll go after the level 3, the other time we'll go after whatever buck is there. We're gonna take 2 whitetail down with the bow, 1 with a backpack, and 1 without. So let's grab a bow. Okay, so even though I haven't filled the backpack up, I am still wearing it. So to take it off, I'm gonna again go back into character. I'm gonna scroll over to no backpack and hit accept, and the backpack is off. So now we need a bow. So I am going to get rid of a couple weapons, don't need them. And we're gonna use the Hawk Edge CB70. That is a pretty awesome bow. You know what? Just to make life easier, I'm gonna use the Brightside Rangefinder bow sight, and we need to make sure that we have arrows, 420s. So we will grab the 420 tracers, why not? And we are set. Okay, this is where I am right now. Look at that, we have a good wind. I'm running at about 180 meters away from the whitetail, and we should not be spooking them. And there they are, calm as can be. Now where is our big guy? There it is, so let's mark him. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is walk towards this level 3 and pay attention to how far I am away from it when it stops being calm, and it already has. Okay. I think that happened at about 130 meters, so now we're gonna crouch. It is gonna go back calm, and we're gonna measure how far we are away from this when it goes attentive for the second time. So I'm crouching. Right now I'm at 110 meters, and this is exactly how I bow hunt. I pay attention to the animal. I walk until it stops being calm, then I crouch. The animal will go back calm, and then I continue. And when it goes attentive again, I will go prone, and it is attentive. So we are about 80 meters out. Holy. Okay, and I forgot to put my dog away because I'm a doorknob. So we'll get it to lay down. Okay, here we come. So I'm gonna get into at least 60 meters. If I can get closer, I will. In fact, I'm gonna try and get into 40 meters. It'll be interesting to see if I can do that with the backpack on. Now going in like this, I'm kind of blind because I can't see him right now unless I get up. Let's have a peek. And he is calm. Oh, that's not even him. Hold on. Jeez, that can be the other one that we bow hunt. There he is right there. Jeez, can I get into that tripod? That tripod is 50 meters. It's like 10 meters in front of it. Probably not. Well, let's continue. I need to get eyes on him so I know when he figures out that I'm here. I should be able to see him soon. Okay. Beautiful. Where's the 3? That's him. Okay, he's still calm. We're at under 60 meters now, and he is still calm. Now, it stands to reason that the level 3 would figure out that I'm here before the rest of the deer, because the higher the level of the animal, the higher the level of artificial intelligence. That is why diamonds or potential diamonds always spook first, always show up last. There's a reason they get that big, and I can't see. I need to know what's going on. Okay, he's still calm, and I am 44 meters out. Okay, we're now 40 meters out. Are we? 37 it says, 37.54. I'm just gonna keep going until he figures out that I'm here. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? Jeez, I'm thinking I might be able to get into this tripod. He's still calm. Holy. I'm at 28 meters. I don't know, I think this level 3 might not be so swift. Okay, now he's attentive at 24 meters. I think if I get any closer, I will be pushing my luck. Now, I think if I just sit here for a minute, he will go calm again. So that's what I'm gonna do because I don't want him to spook. Okay, he's calm. It is showtime. Okay, so he is 21 meters. I'm 0 to 20. That's not him. Yes, it is. Okay, we press R, wait till he lifts his head. And splat! We got him! That was pretty awesome. Okay, no running me over. Okay, how you doing, my dude? And he is a diamond. He's not a big one, but he is a diamond. 255.67. Look at that shot. Absolutely beautiful. From 22.26 meters. We're gonna have a difficult time getting that close with the backpack on, but hey, if I can bow hunt with the backpack on, even if it's just from 60 meters, I could probably live with that, but let's test it out. Let's do it. Okay, So I set the time back, left the map and came back, and our whitetail are back in the zone. So now we're gonna put a backpack on, and I am gonna get rid of my dog. Sorry, just for now, doggy. Okay, so we're gonna put our backpack on, and just for the heck of it, we're gonna carry a post feeder. You know what? I don't have a bait barrel, never mind. Okay, so there is a box feeder that weighs 6 kilograms. We're already up to 27 kilograms. Might as well fill her up. And look at that, 28.91 kilograms. That is what we're carrying. And we still have our bow. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in from down here and we're gonna do it again. Okay, so I am under 200 meters running with a backpack on, fully loaded. Looks like we spooked some moose, but we have not spooked these whitetail. So I'm gonna now walk in and pay attention. We're gonna mark the whitetail that's closest to us and see at what distance they stop being calm. That is when I will start to crouch. So we're at 150 meters, we're still good. Now we're at 130 meters, still calm. 120, now he's attentive. So now we're gonna crouch. So without a backpack, the whitetail actually went attentive at 130 meters, so very similar. Now I can't see. Okay, they're calm. We are at 90 meters and they're still calm and I am crouching. So that's pretty great. Now we're at 80 meters, but I can't see. Still calm, beautiful. Okay, he's attentive. We are 63 meters, holy. We are doing all right. Now, when we weren't wearing a backpack, we managed to get all the way into the whitetail without him even knowing that we were there. So there is a difference. So now we're gonna go in prone and see how close we can get. At least I don't have to worry about my dog now, but I'd really like to be able to see the whitetail. Okay, perfect. That is the one we're going for. This guy right here. So right now we are under 50 meters. I can't see. So now we're at 40 meters. I need to look. Still calm. It says 46, but that's not precise. We are now at 35. We're gonna be at 30 in a second and I have a full backpack on. Holy. I can't believe he's still calm. It's really not making a huge difference. Okay, let's see how close he is now. 26 meters. I'm getting in just as close with the backpack. This is insane. I'm gonna try and get in even closer. Okay, he's attentive. He went attentive at 23.96 meters. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna wait for him to calm down, and I'm gonna take the shot. Actually, get a wee bit closer and push my luck. Be crazy if I can get into that tripod. All right, I'm gonna take it. Here we go. 21 meters. Lift your head, dude. Okay. And splat! We got him! Wow, this is pretty amazing. You can bow hunt and get that close with a full backpack on. That is pretty crazy. And that was a pretty nice buck, 231.39. There's the shot. Pretty much the same distance, 22.02 meters with a full backpack on. Absolutely crazy. This is so exciting. This update is making it so that we can wear backpacks and we can still do everything that we used to do without a backpack. Backpacks used to spook everything, like way more than they are now. I can tell you that. Okay, the last test is we are gonna go grind some wolves with a backpack on. First, we're gonna do it without. Now, obviously, we're not gonna have a problem, but let's take it off. Oh, what happens when you take your backpack off when you have a bunch of inventory? Do you wish to accept these changes? The selected backpack is too small for your current items. By accepting these changes, your backpack will be emptied and its contents returned to storage. No, thank you. I think I'll do that myself. We are headed to Yukon. Okay, wolves, here we come. Okay, so we are now here in Yukon Valley, and I am wearing a backpack. There's no point in me showing you me grinding without a backpack. Obviously, I'm not gonna have a problem. I've shot 2,318 wolves so far. My second Great One Wolf is refusing to spawn. So obviously, I'm not having a problem running around, jumping into my tripod, shooting wolves and picking them up without a backpack, but let's do it with one on. So this is my loadout when I am grinding wolves. And yes, I like to carry these 4 weapons. So I am shooting with the Arzina 300. That is just for wolves that don't matter, non-trophy wolves. Then for diamonds and rares, I shoot them with the Hansen 30-06. Then I have the 22, and that's for wolves who are showing me their butts. That is to turn them so I can take a vital shot. And I have the Stenberg takedown recurve bow as a defensive weapon for when I'm getting attacked, because bows give you reduced hunting pressure, and that way I won't blow out any of my zones. So I do like to carry those 4, but I then can't carry anything else. I can't even carry tents because I really have the bare minimum. Other than that, I have my night vision binoculars. I do have a first aid kit. I do have the wolf collar. I do have the angler night vision scope and the corresponding ammunitions. So there's nothing that I can get rid of. So to carry these 4 weapons and a tent, I have to use a backpack. I absolutely have to. So since we're wearing a backpack, I might as well carry tripods too, and that puts us at 27 kilograms. So I'm going to be adventurous, and I'm actually going to save those changes. Okay, let's grind some wolves with a backpack on. But if you guys would like to come out and watch me do the Great One Wolf grind here in Yukon, I would love that. That would be amazing. He's gotta spawn soon. We're 2,300 kills into this grind. But I stream on YouTube and Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do an earlier stream on Sundays for those of you who are European. They're 235 meters. I'm gonna run down to the tripod, which they're not gonna hear me. It's 217 meters away. Okay, we're gonna move the tripod even closer. Now, tripods don't spook animals unless you're closer than 150 meters. So I'll drop it there. We're at 180 meters, and they're calm. They have no idea. Absolutely no clue whatsoever. All right. Now, do we have a second male, or do I only have the one? It's kind of looking like just one. Yep. All right. And splat. Now I'm going to pay attention just in case. Oh, there's a 7. Where'd he go? There he is. Well, it's not the backpack's fault that my shots are not on the money. It happens. Can you imagine if we found the Great One Wolf, or spawned the Great One Wolf while making this video? I would be totally okay with that. It would be pretty crazy timing though. And there is our 8 mythical. So quite honestly, guys, I have been wearing my backpack since the update, or since very recently, with a backpack on, and it has made absolutely no difference. In fact, what happened was I wore it one night on stream, and I didn't even realize that I had a backpack on. It was the next morning when I went to go for a hunt, that I went to go to change my inventory. That was when I realized that I was wearing a backpack still, and I had no clue that I was wearing one, and grinded the entire evening. So you can do your grind with a backpack on, even if you have tents fairly close to wolves or whatever it is you're grinding. It's really not going to make a difference. So having that extra 9 kilograms worth of carrying capacity is absolutely huge for the game. I have been saying for so long that I wish we could have one more skill point so that I could have Disturbed Veg and Pack Mule. I'll show you Pack Mule. So this is Pack Mule right here. It is an ambusher skill, and it reads, increase the base carry capacity by 15%. This does not affect backpacks. And what 15% is 3 extra kilograms. We don't need that anymore. If you have a point in Pack Mule, I highly recommend that you reset your skills and spend it on something else and just purchase a backpack. It's going to give you triple the carrying capacity of Pack Mule, and you'll have disturbed vegetation. This is huge for the game. I'm just so thrilled by this. We literally can carry 29 kilograms worth of carrying capacity. And yes, you are going to be a little bit louder and maybe a little bit more visible, but really it's not going to make a huge difference. So I say go for it. I am no longer a backpack hater, and I'm saying that publicly right now. I am officially pro backpack. This is awesome. Well, I'm going to keep grinding with my backpack on, and here's hoping the Great One Wolf is going to grace us with his presence very, very soon. So I plan to wear a backpack all the time. I am absolutely thrilled that the update fixed backpacks. Thank you, EW. This is going to make a huge difference to our gameplay. We now can carry pretty much anything we want while we're hunting, not just setting up. I am absolutely thrilled. But if you did enjoy today's video or learn anything at all, definitely go ahead and splat that like button. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, share the video, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you are going to wear a backpack now. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to recommend that you click right here for the ultimate feeders guide with full species list for each feeder.